Time to go. I've got to get in the car and drive to go meet my employer. Freelancing has given me a confidence that I never had while working in corporate. But that is a big deal. It feels kind of like a milestone moment in my freelancing career, which is amazing. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another vlog. I'm so excited to be kicking off another vlog. We're gonna be doing a couple of days as a freelancer here in Montreal. I just got back from a really hectic morning and I'm just like, I'm feeling so, oh, look at that sun. I'm feeling so energized by this day already, and there's so much exciting stuff to come today. Let me put you guys down so we can have a little chat. First of all, if you're new to my channel, well, welcome. I hope you subscribe. My name is Zoe, and yeah, I live in Montreal. I'm 26, and I work as a freelancer, and I also have a part-time job, and obviously I have a YouTube channel, which you're currently watching. Thought I'd start out with like a little chat about just what's up today, what I've been up to. It's currently, what time is it? You know when you just can't read your watch? So this morning I worked the morning shift. I work at a spin studio part-time, just a couple shifts a week. So I start work really early, and then I stuck around downtown and just had a little morning to myself, running a couple of errands. I had something to pick up, something to return. I got a coffee. I sat down in the coffee shop and read from my book for a little while, chatted with my mom on the phone. Like, it was just the best morning, kind of zipping around downtown Montreal, and it just made me feel really happy. As I was walking around, I was like, why am I not vlogging this? But I did make a little reel for Instagram, so you guys can check that out. Maybe I'll put it on the screen right now so you guys can see all of the cute clips that I took. They're all vertical though, so no good for here. Anyways, I just love feeling like a part of the city. I feel like the past couple weeks, I've been really just feeling like in love with Montreal, like remembering why I love this city, why I choose to be here. I think during COVID for a while I was so, and even after, I mean, after COVID, whatever that means, but even when, you know, restrictions were lifted and I was very housebound because of my dog, because of personal stuff, like whatever, I kind of forgot why I live here and why I love this city. And I pay a lot more money than I would if I lived in the suburbs, let's say, but today especially I was just like, yeah, this is why I live here. This is why I love living here. Like, I just love bopping around downtown, taking the metro, really feeling like a city girl. So that was amazing. I ordered these mittens online from Simon's. They're like half Sherpa, half like winter material. I don't know, I got an ad for them and they were so cute. So I went to pick them up at Simon's because I didn't want to pay for shipping. So I went and picked those up this morning. And the fun fact is that I used to work at Simon's. Simon's is a Quebecois department store, and there's one downtown Montreal right on St. Catherine Street. And I used to work there. I loved that job so much. And other fun fact, I was a seasonal employee, and my like contract ended when the Christmas season ended, and when they brought me into the office to tell me that, you know, they couldn't keep me on, there wasn't enough like demand in the store, there wasn't enough hours for me, I sobbed. And I sobbed so much that they had to call me a taxi to go home because I was so distraught because I loved working there so much. Anyways, going in today was super nice. I actually bumped into my old manager, who was just the most lovely, fabulous man you've ever met in your life. And I felt so happy when I saw him. I was like, Mr. Blank. And he gave me a hug, and it was just really sweet to see him. So that was really fun. I also have another story time about Simon's later on in this video because we have an exciting sponsor, which is Shear Tex, and it's all related to Simon's because you guys will know soon. I will tell you that story. Anyways, you can probably tell by my mood that I'm having the best day ever. I wrote down some notes on my phone for like what I wanted to talk about. I also today had to go to a doctor's appointment, and I mean, my doctor is never gonna see this, but I wanna give her a shout out because she is so lovely. I go see her every 2 weeks for some skin issues that I'm having, and she's just a very caring person. I saw a different dermatologist who I had a really negative experience with, and it's just a lovely, wonderful feeling to go see a healthcare professional who like you can feel cares about you. And so I don't know, that just made me feel really nice this morning, like feeling supported by another woman. Like, I don't know, it was just lovely. So if any of you guys are healthcare workers, big shout out, because I don't know, I feel like people complain so much about the healthcare system and people complain so much about doctors, but some of them, and probably most of them, are out there doing wonderful work. So I'm just really grateful that I get to be treated by someone so wonderful, and yeah, really super grateful for that. Okay, so I'm currently wearing like absolute comfies and I feel wonderful. But something so exciting is happening today. This is an absolute first for me. I am going on site with one of my clients. The reason that I'm vlogging today is because I want to document this moment, because this is really fun and exciting. So my copywriting client, who I've been working with since January, it's been 100% virtual, although they are based in Montreal. We've just never had the opportunity for me to come in. We are doing a workshop today. They are having a workshop that they invited me to, which I'm so grateful. It's actually a workshop with LinkedIn. So people from LinkedIn HQ are going to give a workshop to them and I get to attend, which is really an honor. I'm so excited to meet them. I'm so excited to see the office. I love working with them. I think they're amazing. And all of the people are so kind, like the kindest people I've ever met in a corporate environment. And yeah, I can't wait to meet them in person, see what the office is like, but obviously I can't go looking like this. So we're gonna get dressed for that in a minute, but that is a big deal. It feels kind of like a milestone moment in my freelancing career, which is amazing. So today is a very out of the house kind of day, which are some of my favorite days. I'm probably gonna have to work tonight to make up for the fact that I've been running around all morning, but that's what I love about being a freelancer, is I get to do whatever I want pretty much on my own schedule. So love that, grateful for that. I'm gonna go make breakfast because this caffeine rush will turn into anxiety if I don't eat. I had a little sandwich at the cafe this morning, but that was hours ago. We're gonna make egg on toast. No, I don't want that. I changed my mind, you guys, I changed my mind. We're not having egg on toast. It doesn't look so good, but I got this salad yesterday from Mandy's and I only ate half of it because I knew I was gonna be out of the house a lot today, probably wouldn't have time to cook, was gonna be running around. So yeah. If you live in Montreal, then you know Mandy's salads. They are delicious, but they are so expensive. I find the key with them, I like to treat myself to one, probably less than once a month realistically, but the key is to order one and have it feed you twice because they're so filling. So like you could have one for dinner and that's it. But sometimes I'll have them for like an afternoon snack and I'll have half then and then half later so that I get to eat from it twice and I feel like it's giving me more value. I have another life update that's less chipper, if you will. Starting with a shout out to Camidge though for watching Maggie today while I am running around. Camidge, I love you and appreciate you. Maggie is my dog who has terrible separation anxiety. I've been working on it for the past like couple years. I finally signed up for this really intense, really expensive training program that I had really high hopes for. And that was the last, I think, update that I gave you guys, that I was feeling really positive. And I'm feeling less positive now. So it's been a month of that training program and I felt like we were making good but very slow progress. And I had only paid for the first month and we had the final call with the trainer and I was like, hey, you know, I'm very happy, but I feel like the progress is a little bit slower than like, not that the trainer led us on, but what she said was standard was like 30 minutes to an hour after a month. And we have gotten to 12 minutes. So I was like, you know, I feel like things are a bit slower than what I was anticipating. Like, is it me? Is it Maggie? Like, what's going on? And yeah, her response was kind of discouraging. And anyways, I'm just sharing this because I want to be fully transparent with you guys about the ups and downs of dog ownership. Like, I feel like people online make it look like so easy and like all sunshine and rainbows. And just because it's difficult doesn't mean that you don't love your dog. It doesn't mean that you're not a good dog parent, but like it can be very challenging. So anyways, she was like, yeah, Maggie is very anxious when you leave. Every time you walk to the door, she follows you. I wish that, you know, by now we should be seeing that she doesn't follow you to the door. And basically she thinks that Maggie needs anti-anxiety medication. So when I heard that, my heart sank. It's not because I'm someone who is anti-medication. I don't think medication's bad. I think it has its purpose, but there does seem something weird to me about medicating my dog. And that could just be because I've never dealt with that before. I've never experienced it. I've never had a dog need to be medicated for anxiety. Like obviously if they're sick, then you give them like some kind of sickness medication, but not for this. So it's new to me and I have to do my own research, but it just wasn't good news. And you know, my mind starts thinking, oh my gosh, how expensive is this? How long is this gonna take? Like, because part of me just wants my life back. Like I just wanna be able to have a morning like this and know that Maggie's going to be comfortable and safe at home, right? Like it's for her comfort as well. So yeah, so that's not the best news. If any of you have ever medicated your dog, like please comment or message me. Like I'm not opposed to it. I just need to do my own research. So I'm in the process of that. But yeah, it's not like the best update ever. And Maggie's not anxious. She's not an anxious dog in general. Like she's very happy. She's very loving. She is not scared of anything except for cats. But when we walk, she's not anxious. When she goes to the groomer to get her nails cut, she's not anxious. You guys have seen in vlogs, she jumps in the bath. I can give her a bath, no problem. There's just like, there's no other situation where she's very, very anxious. So I'm like, okay, if it's just for leaving to medicate her every single day, just doesn't seem to make sense. So it's not a sedative. I wouldn't be sedating her. I would just be, it's a daily anti-anxiety. So this is my current challenge with my child, my dog. Luckily though, I feel really grateful that I'm not alone. Like she's my dog, of course, but I have Camilla, my best friend, and JS, my boyfriend, who are so invested in her as well. I could cry about that because yeah, it's just really nice not feeling so alone. And here we go. Okay, I put you guys away now. I talk too much. Cleanup and now I am all dressed to go to work. That's crazy. I'm so excited. I have to leave pretty shortly. I've got about a half an hour to 45 minute drive depending on traffic. I've got to go to the suburbs and I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is real. This is happening. I'm going to meet them. I've got to drive there. You guys know how I feel about driving in Montreal. Anyways, I've got a cute outfit on, so that's great. It's very rare that I get a chance to dress like this, like more professionally, which although I'm glad I don't have to do it every single day, I do really like this feeling of dressing up. Like I remember when I started my first job, it was really, really exciting to buy all these professional clothes and I don't know, it feels good. I feel like I'm in kind of like a throwback day, which I don't know, it's exciting. Nostalgic. So this video is sponsored by Shear Tex, which is really, really exciting and honestly fits perfectly with the theme of nostalgia. I swear to you guys, I did not plan any of this, like going to Simon's today. The skirt that I'm wearing is from Simon's. Like, I swear to you, I did not plan this. So my story time about Shear Tex goes like this, and it starts back at Simon's. So when I was 18 and I moved to Montreal, I was broke and I needed a job. I walked into Simon's, I applied for a job as a sales associate. It was right around Christmas time. I believe it was actually November 2014, you guys. So this was a long time ago. I applied for the job. That was where I really solidified my French. I knew French in an academic setting, but not so much in a conversational setting. And that is where I learned French. I learned it on the job, the conversational French. Anyways, Simon's is a very old school Quebecois department store. And one of the things that I didn't love about working there was the dress code. You had to be in trouser pants, like those tailored dress pants, which weren't trendy at the time, or a skirt or a dress all the time. And if you were wearing a skirt or a dress, you had to wear tights. Now, I don't have anything wrong with wearing a skirt or dress. I actually really love those things. And I don't have anything wrong with wearing tights either. But the problem when you're working, and when you're working in a clothing store and there's boxes everywhere, and just life in general, tights suck. Like, they rip. You snag it on your nail, you snag it on a box, like anything, those tights would rip. And Simon's was so strict that if your tights ripped while you were working, you had to go buy another pair. Of course, Simon sold their own tights, and they ranged anywhere from like $10 to $15, even $20 a pair. And I was always on the hunt for ones that were comfortable, that didn't rip, and they just didn't exist. It would happen to me so many times that I would get like a hangnail or something, and I would scratch my tights on my way to work or already at work, and my manager would come by, not the one I told you guys about earlier. It was a different manager. There was one in particular who was so strict, and she would come by and she would be like, which in English means you have a run in your stockings. And she would say, go buy another pair. There was this huge section at Simon's, all different kinds of tights, of stockings. And so began my resentment for stockings, because I would spend so much money on them. I would wear them once or twice and they would just rip. Fast forward, I don't work there anymore, but I'm starting my corporate job at the Big Four. And I want to look like a professional girl. So I bring out my skirts and I bring out my dresses, and then the temperature falls and it's tights time. I started getting ads for Shear Tex on Instagram, and I was like, oh my gosh, those are so cool. Where were those when I needed them in 2014? I really, really wanted a pair. So I had my eye on them. I was thinking about it. And then one day I was at spin class, more full circle. I remember I was with my friend Sophie, and we were talking about these tights, and I was putting on a pair of tights, which is probably why we were talking about them. Boom, they rip right before work. It was that awkward temperature, probably in like October or November, where you don't really need to be wearing tights, but you look a bit weird if you're not wearing tights. It's like, okay, it's not summer anymore, like put tights on. And so my tights ripped, and I said, F it, right then and there. On my phone, I ordered 3 pairs of Shear Tex, and I never looked back. That's why it's so cool that Shear Tex is sponsoring my video today, because I'm an OG customer. I love them so much. They are a brand from Montreal. They're made in Canada. Like, what more can you ask for? And I guess the main thing about Shear Tex and why I love them, why I stand behind them, why I've spent my own hard-earned money on them is because they work. As I was putting my Shear Tex on today, I actually snagged it on the band of my watch. Nothing happened. I've worn my Shear Tex around my dog. This was actually at Christmas a couple years ago before I had Maggie. My old dog, my mom's dog, Murray, put his paws on me, got a scratch in the tights. Nothing happened. So you can put these tights on and wear them with confidence, knowing that they are not only gonna last you all day, but these tights last you years. So no more disposable tights for me. I will never go back to not wearing Shear Tex. I'm so lucky that I have so many pairs right now, and I just keep them on rotation. I have glitter tights for the holidays. I have polka dot tights, which are so cute. I even have the thigh-high ones for days when I don't want something around my waist. I've got them all. Today I am wearing the classic tights. These are in the semi-sheer finish, and they're simply perfect. So this is a sample that Shear Tex sent me to show you guys how unrippable they are. Like, I'm pulling really hard and nothing's happening. I'm even like putting my nail through it. Do you see that? Literally nothing's happening. These things are crazy. If I put it like, if I rub it against my ring, normal tights would snag on that in a second. Nothing is happening. I'm in love with Shear Tex. You guys have my word. You will be in love with them too. Plus, right now, all tights are on sale for $49 Canadian with free shipping. So you've got nothing to lose to test them out. I forgot to mention, you guys, that I like to size up and get a size medium so that they're not too tight around the waist and that they're long enough in the leg as well. And Shear Tex goes all the way up to 3XL. I will have Shear Tex linked down below. I highly recommend testing them out if you are someone who likes wearing skirts, if you work in an office, if you need that confidence that your tights are not gonna rip. Plus, there's also the environmental factor of not buying tights and constantly throwing them out. I love Shear Tex. Thank you, Shear Tex, for sponsoring this video. And thank you, of course, to all of you who make it possible to have these full circle moments and work with brands that I love, that I spend my own money on, and that I fully endorse. I love you guys and appreciate your support so much. Speaking of support, I need you guys to wish me luck because it's time to go. I've got to get in the car and drive to go meet my employer. Morning, everyone. It's the next day. I'm so excited to be kicking off a new day, but I need to fill you guys in on what happened yesterday. So overall, yesterday was a wonderful day, and you guys remember that energy that I had at the beginning, just like go, 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 running around. It completely continued into the afternoon. I drove over to go see my client in the suburbs, like I said, and I got so lost getting over there. It's like a part of town that I never really go to. It's basically like another city within Montreal. Like, anyway, I got so lost. So I was super frazzled, and then I got really nervous walking into the meeting, like, oh my gosh, I'm about to actually meet these people, walk into a conference room with like 7 people there. But it was really wonderful. Like, it was overwhelming, but it was such a wonderful feeling. These people are so kind. They are the kindest people I've ever worked with in a corporate setting. They're just so wonderful. Like, I'm just so grateful that I get to work with them. And it was a really fun meeting. In a way, it felt like I was back in business school, which I don't know. Overall, I really enjoyed business school. And what I loved was working on projects. And I was a part of this like consulting case competition committee, which is what made me want to go into consulting in the first place. And we would do a lot of things like that, where we would sit around and look at presentations and talk about ideas like around a table. And so that just felt really similar to what I loved doing in school and what I wanted my job to be when I graduated school. So that's kind of what I thought consulting would be, and then it's not what it ended up being in my case. So that's why, anyway, I didn't continue down that path. The path wasn't for me. But something that I felt during that meeting was like how grateful I am to be a freelancer, because freelancing has given me a confidence that I never had while working corporate. When I started working corporate, I became so quiet. I stifled all of my opinions. I was so afraid to say the wrong thing. Like, I was afraid, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to say the wrong thing and then I'm going to get fired. I'm going to say the wrong thing and my manager is going to hate me. But when you are a freelancer, when you're a contractor, like I'm there as, you have to market yourself as an expert, right? They're hiring you, an outsider, because you're the expert in whatever it is. In my case, it's writing. I'm an expert, whatever expert means. So they trust you and they're paying you and they're choosing to work with you when you're not even a full-time employee. Like, they could go to anyone else. So it just gives me this kind of confidence that I've never had before. And so I was like speaking up a lot in the meeting and asking questions and sharing my opinion. And it was so wonderful. And I can't say it enough. Like, I just love working with them. I wish I could tell you guys like more about the meeting and what happened, but obviously I have to respect their privacy. I will tell you guys though that when I came out of the meeting, so it lasted about 2.5 hours, there was the most beautiful sunset, the most beautiful sky that I've ever seen. It was incredible. I came out of the building and I was just like, oh my gosh. So I came out right in perfect time, because right after that it became pitch black and I sat in traffic for an hour on the way home, which was not ideal. So on the way home, my plan was to work that night because I didn't get a lot of work done yesterday. Like it was a lot of running around. It was really fun, but I was like, oh my gosh, like I got to do something today that's going to get me paid, because if I don't work, I don't get paid. So I was like, oh, I'm going to make dinner and then I'm going to stay up late working because I have nothing. I have no meetings. I have nothing this morning. So I was like, oh, I'll stay up late and then I'll sleep in. And I ate dinner, you guys. I was sitting on the couch watching Gilmore Girls. I ate dinner and I was like, whoa, I am tired. So I just said, F it. I washed up after dinner, like cleaned all the dishes, took Maggie out, and I went to bed at 8:30. I lay in bed. I was on my phone for a bit. It was like super relaxing. I called JS. He's out of town right now. So I called him for like 10 minutes and then I was just like, I have to get off the phone. I'm so tired. And I went to bed. Anyway, life is so good. There you go. There's my little recap of the day for you guys. And today, busy day planned. I thought I would tell you guys my kind of checklist for the day. So it's currently a little bit after 8 a.m., which is perfect timing. I did my morning routine. I didn't like go as in depth as I normally do because I slept in a little bit. I think I'm just really tired. But anyways, I did film a morning routine. So if you haven't seen it yet, I filmed like my in-depth 5 a.m. morning routine. So I'll have that linked so you can watch that. On my phone, I separated goals and then to-dos. So I wrote as a goal to like have a cute morning, check, we can check that off. I have a sponsored segment for a video that I need to edit this morning, have some emails that I want to check, comments to respond to on YouTube. I really want to take Maggie to this big off-leash dog park today. I just think it would be so fun. So I want to do that with her today and then have a lot of work that I'll probably get to in the afternoon for both of my contracts. And then I just have some kind of around the house to-dos, like I have to do some training with Maggie. I want to water my plants. I want to do some gardening, like changing some of the pots of my plants and bringing my summer stuff down, starting to transition. I mean, it's way beyond, like my summer stuff should not be out anymore, but it is. Anyway, I'm gonna bring it down and then bring up like my Christmas tree, and because this weekend we're gonna put up my tree. Anyways, you guys, there's my big rambles this morning. I'm in such a chatty mood like yesterday and today, but let's head over to my desk and get the workday started. About 11 a.m. What time is it?
It's 10:49 a.m.
It's 10:49 a.m. Maggie just knows when something is about to happen. Like back to the separation anxiety thing, like she can read me and my behaviors so intensely. It's insane. Like I went into the closet and I was putting on socks and she comes and starts like biting my feet because she knows that me putting on socks means we're about to leave. It's crazy. So I'm really happy with everything I was able to get done this morning. Now, like you guys heard, it's 10:49 a.m. and we're gonna go to the dog park. I was a bit torn between going now versus going later. I was hoping that if I waited, it would get nicer outside. It's like really gray and kind of dreary right now. But I figured once I start working, if I get into the zone, sometimes I can just go and go for hours, and then it's not really fair for Maggie that like we haven't been out yet. So we're gonna go now, we'll kind of have fun, get it out of the way, and then I can spend the rest of the afternoon working. I really had fun with my outfit, so I wanted to show it to you guys today. I'm wearing this Algonquin Park sweatshirt from Peace Collective, which is a Canadian brand. I love the like forest green color and it's so cozy. Then I'm wearing this skirt from Garage. This is like a cargo skirt that I am obsessed with. I just think it's the cutest thing in the world. The tights are from Shear Tex, of course, and then I matched my socks to my sweater. Do you see how she's going crazy? Like she's just really excited. She knows something's about to happen. And because where we're going is literally like in the woods, I'm gonna wear my hiking boots. So I just thought it was cute to wear like hiking boots with the skirt. It's very like nature girl, I don't know, park ranger. It's not too cold today, especially for November, but I'm gonna layer up. So I'm gonna wear this Sherpa vest over top from Ardennes, and then if it's still too cold, I'm gonna put on another jacket over top. And because the theme of this video is nostalgia, this again wasn't planned, but I was thinking about this outfit before falling asleep last night because I was like, oh, I wanna wear something cute to the dog park, like I wanna wear a skirt, and I kind of came up with this outfit before falling asleep because that's what I do. And I realized that this outfit is exactly like this doll that my sister had growing up called Taryn. We had these like Canadian girl dolls. It's like the Canadian equivalent of those American girl dolls, like the big 18-inch dolls. So mine was Alexi, who was the city girl from Toronto, and my sister had one called Taryn, who was from Banff, who wore a skirt and hiking boots. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm literally dressed like Taryn. So this is my park ranger outfit inspired by my sister's Maple Leaf doll growing up. And we're gonna hit the park because my dog is going crazy. Look what she did. She put it right next to my shoes so that I would be able to pick it up and throw it for her. Great catch. Maggie, come. Special to me because I have so many fun memories with Maggie here since she was a little baby. I've come here with family members, I've come here with friends, like I came here with Gracie. JS and I, on our second date, we came here together, and fun fact, he broke his toe. He tripped on a rock here and broke his toe. But yeah, I just have so many fun memories. It is this wooded park in the middle of downtown. Like, it's so special. Plus, you guys, I wish I could show you while I'm driving. I need to come here with someone so that I can film out the window. But we are at like one of the highest parts of the city. And I feel like in many cities, a lot of rich people live at the top of the hill. And so this is Westmount. This is one of the bougiest parts of Montreal. It is literal mansions, like multi-million-dollar mansions around here, the most beautiful homes. So I find it very like luxurious to drive through here, and you can kind of like manifest your dream home. Like, I don't know, I just love it. So I love coming here. I'm so happy. Behind me is the city of Montreal. Well, we're in the middle, so there's city on the other side too, but this right here is the city, and the fleuve, the river, is right behind it. It's pretty cool. Not to mention, for Maggie, it's a perfect place because she can run as far as you can see. There's so much for her to run around. She can run fast. There's so much for her to sniff. You guys can see she's like sniffing at all of the leaves and everything. Even in the winter time, like, it's perfect here. Plus, there's people and other dogs who walk on this trail, so she gets some socialization too. It is really good for us also to practice like recall, like making sure she doesn't go too far, she stays close to me. It's just the best spot. If you live in Montreal and you have a dog, you need to come here. It's the Summit Woods in Westmount. You do need a pass. You have to pay $30 a year to get the special pass to come, but it's worth it. It's amazing. I'm working on my copywriting contract right now. They gave me a bunch of to-dos yesterday, which is awesome. So I'm planning to spend around 3 hours on that this afternoon. I've already been at it for about an hour. It's 2 o'clock and I'm having a bit of an energy crash. So I wanted to make a little chai latte. My mom was in town on Sunday. She's traveling and she had like a little layover in Montreal. So I got to go see her and we went into this vegan restaurant. My mom is vegan now, which is so cool. Or vegetarian. Anyways, I don't know why I'm telling you guys that. I unbecame vegetarian and my mom became vegetarian. We did it at like the same time without even knowing because we were having a rough patch. Anyways, she got me this from the restaurant that we were at, which is so nice. It's like a more natural chai latte. It's organic. And it's not like a chai tea. It's really like a concentrate that you would get like say at Starbucks, but it's a little bit more natural and less yucky ingredients in it. So this is 3-to-1, so 3 portions of milk or alternative and then 1 of this. And I make it on the stove top and then froth it up and it's so good. So this is what it looks like if you are into chai and you want to look it up. The brand is Grizzly, and this is the half sweet extra spiced version. I got this from Au Vivre in Montreal, but yeah, you could check it out online maybe. So yeah, 1 to 3. I mean, it's funny because it says half sweet and then you look at the ingredients and like the second ingredient is sugar, but other than that, it's pretty good ingredients. And I need a pick-me-up. I'm really tired. I don't know why. I feel like it's just cold and I just want to like be cozy and watch TV, but gotta work hard and then we can relax later. Oh, it's fluffy. Who remembers my mud water story? Well, the only good thing that came out of it was this frother that is like actually a really, really good frother. So I'm gonna give this a little mix. I feel like the pot might be too big, but at least it just gets it started. And back to work we go. I've got a nice candle burning, trying to use up the, the last of my fall stuff so that I can switch to the winter ones. Just microwaving my dinner. It's almost 6. I just finished everything for work for the day. Got in those 3 hours of copywriting, which is great. My TV is so old and I lost the remote. So I use the remote on my phone now, like with the Roku app. Anyways. Then I did a little bit of work for my other contract. This was just like a crazy day, but I feel very productive. It feels very good. And I just think like, you know, when you're like, oh, this was a good day and like now I'm gonna relax. I'm having a solo night tonight. I think I mentioned JS is traveling. Camilla's been busy like all week traveling as well. Those are the 2 people I hang out with. So I've been alone a lot this week, which has actually felt really nice. I feel like it's given me just some like downtime, which I needed. Obviously I love my friends, but it's good to have alone time. I think it's important. Anyways, Camilla and I do have plans tomorrow night though, so that will break my streak of being alone. And I just want to finish this video on a note of gratitude. Maggie's hungry. Did you hear her growl? Soon, baby. Just a minute. I think the time change has confused Maggie because she's hungry a lot earlier. I mean, it makes sense. Like she doesn't know, she can't see the clock. So she's like, why are you feeding me so late? But it's not that late on the clock. Okay, I'm gonna feed her because she's crying. Oh my God, everything's happening at once. Good girl, good girl. This is my shepherd's pie that I made from HelloFresh yesterday. So yes, gratitude. I just feel like life is going so well lately. I've been feeling so pleased, happy, content. I feel like there's been a lot of growth career-wise, which is obviously not the only point of life, but it is important for me. I feel like I've been feeling so lost career-wise, like especially in this past year. Like we're coming up on the 1 year of me getting laid off, which was traumatizing. And before getting laid off, I was really unhappy because I had these feelings that something was coming. So it's just funny coming up on the 1 year mark, feeling like I've grown so much, feeling like I'm learning so much and that so much more is coming. It just feels really fulfilling. And something that I was thinking about and reflecting was, you know, I don't know where you are at when you're watching this video. And like, of course, I hope you're doing well, but we all have ups and downs. And I want to say that if you're watching this and you are in a period of feeling more lost, feeling confused, feeling like things aren't going your way, just know that it will change. That's where I was a year ago. And I didn't think I would feel this like pleased a year later. So I want you to know that it's coming for you too. I think good things are coming to all of us, and we have to try and stay as positive as we can. Oh no, she's coming for my dinner. Stay back. Anyways, I want to just let you guys know that because I believe in you and I know that you're all so wonderful and special and smart and capable. And it's funny because I was watching this Kelly Stamps video earlier today. She was making fun of people who do like day in my life in the tech industry. And she was saying how, like, she was making fun of them being like, when people are like, oh, how do I get a job like you? And basically like gatekeeping, I think is the expression. Gatekeep, girl boss, gaslight, I don't know. But not giving them like tangible steps to getting a job in tech. And she was saying things like, oh, just believe in yourself. And then here I am being like, just believe in yourself. But I don't have any other secret sauce. And there's gonna be times when you don't even believe in yourself. Like I didn't believe in myself this whole time. I had so many times I'm so hard on myself, like so many crying sessions you guys never saw, so many like frustrations, conversations with my boyfriend being like, what the F am I doing? And so patience is another one too, and just letting time figure things out, because I do believe time works in our favor. Okay, this is not going well. This is just not going well. Are we going to put those summer clothes away tonight? Are we going to put them away? Are you going to help me? Or are you going to hold me back? I'm getting to this point where I'm just rambling so much and then I'm getting insecure about what I'm saying. So I'm going to end this here. I'm going to turn on my Gilmore Girls, and that's that. Thank you for spending the past couple days with me. This was so fun. Thank you to Shear Tex for sponsoring this video. I ended up putting on sweatpants because I was cold, but Shear Tex is amazing, and I'm so thankful once again for them for sponsoring this video. Check them out, you guys. Thanks for spending these days with me. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.